Hello guys and welcome back to another video. So today I'm gonna be covering basically what a good rogue should look like, the builds for PVE and PvP. I mean, I think this build is universal. You can use it in both. Many play PVE, so for PVE I can truly say this is one of the best, if not the best. But if you guys have other suggestions, make sure to put it in the comments. Maybe I can improve it, but this has worked for me so far in my years of playing as a rogue. But let's get into it. So number one thing is gear. Obviously, I think every set should have a speed set. Um, as you can see, my things are not awakened or gems. That's because I just bought them and there's an awakening event next, which I'm gonna make videos on. And yeah, the gems, I put excellent finesse for the moment being until I get more money to buy higher jewels, because to improve that dex right now is at 1300. But obviously if you get the Zaru set, which I recommend everyone does, you get a huge boost for dexterity, and I see that 10k damage with the bow. Very good for bosses. I use this one for mobs with Dugger dags, but Dugger dags are really good for mobs. I say you get a sunken instead of even, but I mainly use it because I don't really care that much about the proc. A good Arcane helmet just for the extra awakenings, and I think this belt is a good belt. So 25 speed stacking and damage reduction. So yeah, I think this Infested Shadow is good. This artifact is really good. Obviously, if you have money, get the Fade one, which gives plus 25% damage stacking. And then I need to buy better rings, but this is it. This is like a budget build, right? The good stuff are really cheap right now. Even though there's inflation, which makes no sense, but I suggest you guys get it. Like the Zaru set, get money for it. It will help you out in the future. Now for pets, this is a bit different because most pets do the same thing. Zulong used to be good. Now it's kind of cheap, 2 million I think, and buy it for 1.5. And has pretty good stats, so I suggest you get it. Or there was Heroic Mishi, which is almost similar, and but yeah, that's for the mana region. By the way, Heroic Grim and Heroic Samuel, those are just vanity pets, just for the looks. Their stats are horrible, so don't get them for the stats, and they cost a lot. So Antonio, I find it one of the best and one of the cheapest because of the speed stacking and the damage and everything in general, the stats, strength, dex. And Mephisto, Arcane's ability is really good because it gives that extra stats, you get that extra damage. So if you look, I got 4.8 and now I got 5.8. That 1k extra damage can make a difference. Obviously that extra damage increases as you get better stats. So around with these two. I also got Arcanite Chester, but it has Bow and Timur in it. Timur is also nice because it gives that damage buff, but not as high as Mephisto. So Mephisto is really good. But the best one would be Arcanite Red or Samson, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much. Let me find it real quick. Arcanite Samson for that speed, stacking, and damage. Now, that was the pets. But most important thing right now will be the skills, right? You want to take a look at the skills. So first you got aimed shot, which deals a huge amount of damage, huge damage. You want to max everything that you see out here. Shadow Piercer deals damage to multiple targets and heals you. Right? It heals you. Now, Shadow Storm shot. This is for mobs. Okay, this is what I'm saying. PVE. This is for mobs, and he has area of effect. Hits multiple targets. This razor shield removes any any CC, any crowd control, right? So it has CC immunity, and you don't get frozen. You don't get anything. Nothing happens to you while you have it, except taking damage, right? And you also deal a bit of damage, but that's very small. Passives, you might want to, well, the thing is, not that big of an expert, but I would would take the armor, I think. I would definitely take the critical shot. Critical shot really important as a rogue. You wanna also have your dexterity, right? Your dexterity increased to max. My damage, I put this because I think it's good. Some people get their intellect and strength, and I guess you could do that. Movement speed is important, but not that important. But a lot of people have it, which I think is good for PVE especially. And the armor one, this gold one, really not that important unless you gold loot. Now the other thing that's also important is ultimates. I'm gonna go masteries next. So ultimates, you get refuel, right? This is the one for PvE, very useful. 100% mana ignore, 100% movement speed for 15 seconds. Makes it really quickly, especially if you have speed set, you're like a rocket. So this thing, this is not that important because if you have mana, if you have health potions, this basically doesn't help you, so it's basically useless. Ultimate aim shot, this is somewhat good sometimes because it deals a huge amount of damage. Yet again, I would prefer using this for not the mana ignore, the movement speed really helps you out clear mobs. Now mastery is a different thing, right? I would wanna max this because it has increased area of effect, and because it increases the additional targets and the area of effect, which is really good. Now razor shield, you might want to max this out actually to get a reduced damage, and you might not want to get this because this reduces the mana cost. But if you have mana potions, it's useless, it's completely useless. But I have this for a long time, but honestly I'll put those 4 points into here and max this out to reduce that damage, because mana potions cost less than health potions, keep that in mind. Now this is what heals you. I would also maybe wanna put more points into this, but obviously if you do this you will not have enough. 5 I think it's alright, it's decent amount. You have health potions anyways, so definitely max this out, and probably definitely max this out. Don't worry about aim shot too much, but keep shadow piercer because it heals you back. And this old, but you might want to change it with this. It depends on your preferences. But that's pretty much it. We went through pets, we went through everything you need to know. So yeah guys, keep that in mind when you build your rogue. It's more expensive than sorcerers or then my bad, not sorcerers, than mage and warriors. So when you start a character, okay, if you guys are new especially, I would go for the warrior or actually mage right now because they're pretty much, I think, as cheap. I think the warrior right now is a bit more expensive than the mage. I'm not 100% sure, but you can definitely, I would start with the warrior. I think it was one of the cheapest. It's still not the cheapest, so yeah. And then when you have enough money, move to rogue because it deals a huge amount of damage. It's really important to have one in your team. And yeah, so this was it. I hope you guys take my tips. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments anything that I did, you think I did wrong, or that I might want to improve in my, or anything, you know. I'm open to criticism, so yeah, just make sure to leave a comment. And next event will be Awakening event, but I promise you, I will do a giveaway. I'll be giving away 5 Arcane, and it's not gonna be just cheap X. Yeah, a few is gonna be cheap X, but I might throw a Shenlong in there. Okay, I might throw maybe an Arcanine Necro in there, maybe. But there will be 5 winners, but make sure you stay tuned. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next video. Peace.